Times The Simpsons predicted the future, or did they? For over 3 decades, The Simpsons have been more than just a satirical animated sitcom. It's become a bizarre oracle of real-world events. From the legalization of marijuana in Canada to the rise of Donald Trump as U.S. president, the show has managed to eerily foreshadow world-changing moments, sometimes decades before they happened. Is it mere coincidence? Or are the writers of The Simpsons secretly tapped into a time machine? Let's dive deep into 21 uncanny moments when Springfield's favorite family seemed to gaze into the future and ask the question, how could they possibly have known? 1. Don Mattingly's hair trouble. In the 1992 episode Homer at the Bat, Mr. Burns benches Don Mattingly from the nuclear plant softball team over his unkempt sideburns. Months later in real life, Yankees owner George Steinbrenner ordered Mattingly to clean up his look or sit on the bench. Mattingly's real benching over hair sparked the same sort of controversy Burns had in Springfield. What's creepier, Mattingly recorded his part in The Simpsons before the incident even happened. Could this have been a glitch in the Matrix? 2. Cypress Hill meets the symphony. In Homerpalooza in 1996, the hip-hop group Cypress Hill accidentally books the London Symphony Orchestra to back the performance of Insane in the Brain. Flash forward to 2024. Cypress Hill actually teamed up with the LSO for a live performance in London's Royal Albert Hall. Be Real from the group even admitted the episode planted the idea in their heads. The Simpsons didn't just predict the moment, it may have caused it. 3. Virtual reality takeover. A 2016 episode, Friends and Family, shows Mr. Burns experimenting with virtual reality headsets, eventually leading Springfield citizens to live almost entirely in a VR world. By 2024, Apple unveiled the Vision Pro, a headset designed to blend digital media with the real world. While we aren't fully living inside VR yet, we're inching closer to the world Springfield warned us about. 4. Super Bowl predictions. In Lisa the Greek, 1992, Lisa's NFL predictions aligned perfectly with real Super Bowl outcomes. Washington beats Buffalo shortly after the episode airs. Coincidence? Perhaps. But then Fox re-aired the episode with updated predictions in later years, and The Simpsons kept getting it right. That's more than just luck. 5. The Tiger Attack. In the 1993 episode Dollar Pringfield, Springfield's Siegfried and Roy-inspired duo is mauled by a white tiger during their magic show. A decade later, in 2003, Roy Horn was attacked on stage by a white tiger in a chillingly similar fashion. 6. Grease theft rings. In Lard of the Dance, 1998, Homer and Bart try to make a fortune by stealing grease from restaurants. 10 years later, police reported grease theft rings targeting fast food chains due to rising oil prices. Seems Springfield had already seen the future of black market biofuel. 7. FaceTime and video calls. In Lisa's Wedding, 1995, Lisa talks to Marge using a picture phone video call. In 2010, the exact year Lisa's future is set in, Steve Jobs introduced FaceTime. This wasn't just a general sci-fi trope. The Simpsons nailed the timing. 8. The God Particle. In The Wizard of Evergreen Terrace, 1998, Homer stands beside a chalkboard covered in complex equations. Years later, scientists realized one equation closely estimated the mass of the Higgs boson, aka the God Particle, discovered in 2012. Was this dumb luck? Or did Homer unlock secrets of the universe? 9. The Pandemic and Murder Hornets. In Marge in Chains, 1993, Springfield suffers an outbreak of Osaka flu after receiving shipments from Japan. Angry mobs later release crates of killer bees. In 2020, the world endured COVID-19 and North America had sightings of Asian giant hornets, dubbed murder hornets, around the same time. Social media exploded with claims that The Simpsons predicted the pandemic. 10. Voting machine glitch. In Treehouse of Horror 19, 2008, Homer tries to vote for Obama, but the machine records his vote for McCain. For years later, reports surface about voting machines miscounting Obama votes as Romney votes. Did The Simpsons tap into America's electoral future? 11. Mass surveillance. In The Simpsons movie 2007, a scene reveals the NSA listening to every American's conversations. By 2013, Edward Snowden leaked documents showing the NSA surveillance programs, eerily similar to what Springfieldians warned us about. 12. FIFA corruption. And you don't have to live like a referee. 2014, FIFA executives are arrested for corruption. In 2015, real-life FIFA officials were busted by the FBI for racketeering and bribery. 13. Greece's financial crisis. In a 2012 episode, the news ticker jokes, Europe puts Greece on eBay. By 2015, Greece defaulted on an IMF loan, shaking global markets. 14. The Titan submarine disaster. In Homer's paternity coup, 2006, Homer and his father nearly die in a submersible exploring shipwrecks. In 2023, OceanGate's Titan submersible imploded on its Titanic dive, killing all on board. One of the Simpsons writers later revealed he had used OceanGate subs himself. 15. Nobel Prize winners. In Elementary School Musical, 2010, Milhouse predicts Bengt Holmstrom will win the Nobel Prize. In 2016, Holmstrom actually did. 16. President Trump. In Bart to the Future 2000, Lisa Simpson becomes president, inheriting quite a budget crunch from President Trump. 16 years later, Trump took office. Was The Simpsons making a far-out joke, or was this prophecy? 17. Lady Gaga's halftime show. In Lisa Goes Gaga, 2012, Lady Gaga flies over Springfield on wires during her concert. At Super Bowl 51 in 2017, Gaga performed while suspended above the crowd. 18. Disney buys Fox. In When You Dish Upon a Star, 1998, a sign reveals 20th Century Fox is a division of Walt Disney Company. In 2019, Disney finalized its purchase of Fox for $71 billion. 19. Paul McCartney's long-awaited response. In Brush with Greatness, 1991, Marge sends a portrait to Ringo's star and only gets a reply years later. In 2024, Paul McCartney responded to a fan video from 60 years earlier, inviting her to meet him in Brooklyn. 20. Curling gold medal. In Boy Meets Curl, 2010, Homer and Marge's curling team wins gold, with Sweden taking silver. In 2018, the U.S. men's curling team shocked the world by winning gold, while Sweden took second place. 21. Legal weed in Canada. In Midnight RX 2005, Ned Flanders is shocked to discover marijuana is legal in Canada. In 2018, Canada legalized recreational cannabis nationwide. So, coincidence or prophecy? After seeing these 21 examples, it's hard not to wonder if The Simpsons is more than just a clever cartoon. Are the writers absurdly lucky? Are they masters of probability, taking satirical jabs that occasionally hit the mark? Or could they somehow be aware of what's coming next? Whatever the truth is, one thing's for sure. We'll all keep watching The Simpsons closely, not just for laughs, but for clues about what's coming next. On the surface, some chalk it up to pure coincidence. After all, with over 750 episodes filled with jokes, satire, and cultural references, wouldn't a few of them accidentally come true? That's the skeptic's explanation. But as the years go on and more predictions line up with reality, sometimes down to uncanny details, the idea of mere coincidence starts to feel flimsy.